Hi, and welcome again with Umbraco tutorials. Today, as you see, we are doing part 9. And also, we are doing Umbraco 11, not anymore Umbraco 10. And you see how that was easy, the upgrade in the previous video. Let's back to our plan. So today, our plan was to work or continue working on the footer stuff. So last time, we be working in the, as we said, footer. I don't know, where is it? Okay, sorry, the footer links. So what we can do today is we can add with the footer links or the same section there, we're working there. We can add the media, or the social media links or the icons. As I said, as I mentioned before, the part could be done in two ways. So the easiest way is just we add just text box. We said to you just add the icon, you copy it from Font Awesome and add it in that text box. The other one, there is something called the iconic, which is a library from someone wrote it working with Umbraco. So I think this one is better, but a bit complicated with the implementing, but easier for the end user to choose and pick the icon by themselves from drop-down list. So the first things, let's do the small one or the easiest one, and after that we replace the text box with this plugin. So let's try to remember what we have done in the previous video. So in the previous video we have built this the links here. I think it was in the back office and also in Visual Studio we can see it too. So we built a view component. That view component will take the data from back office and will build for us this list or this object to send it back to the front, and we render it in the layout. So today the mission is to replace this stuff or make it, let's say, make it dynamic to let the end user pick any icon or social media icon to add here. So that will not be easy, but will be nice and good stuff will do there. So now let's go do the back office stuff. So what we have in the back office there. So if we click on the home page, the content here, so we'll see our footer section here, and we have only the link footer links. So I want to add something extra here, or a small box to say add the icon, the box for the icon, and box for the URL, and box, let's say, if we need the target, if we think to add the target too. So how we can do that? We can go to the settings. Let's back again, or let's imagine it how we need to add it before we do it, to pick the right document type or the right data type for it. So here it was easy to add something similar to this one, because we have, let's say, component, or we have data type for our this need. So what we need to say here for this links. So when I do this one, I can check any link I want, any page or any text straight away. But it's built in by Umbraco. So how we can build something similar to this one? I say to the user, add. He can put the icon, he can put the link, he can put the target he want, and he said just add, submit. It will be added straight away. So there is many ways we can do it, but the easiest way, and at the same time, let's work with something called elements. So the element type is something, as they mentioned here, it's nested content. So I can add many things inside the block list. So how we can do that one? So let's go inside the master, and let's say tidy our work always. Let's say here elements. So all the elements we need to create will be inside this one. I'm not in composition, so I'll need it here to be. Can move it maybe. do something. I don't know if I can move the folder. Come on. We can move it. Let me just recreate it again. So I just recreated under the master, not under the composition. So here what we can do now, we can say click, let's say element type. I want to call it, let's say social media element type or elements. So here, as we said, it's repeatable or nested will be. So I can add only once. I can create the node. Let's say first thing we said we need something called, let's suppose, social media URL. Sorry, not here. Say I call this one content, and we add here something called social media URL. I will add as a string text or text string here. I can't add any things here we don't need. Let's make this one capital letter. You can add the validation to be URL and it should be mandatory too, and let's submit it. And the second things I need maybe something called icon. So as we agree, for now, just we need to leave it text as a text only. I don't need to leave it. I want just text. I need to copy the icon from Font Awesome and add it here. The second things I can add something called target if I want to open in same place or different place or in the different page, a tab or different page. The target. Okay. Same, I can leave a string here. What we can use here, maybe something different. I don't know, maybe something, maybe drop down list, better than string. Yeah, let's try drop down list rather than we said string. We can do drop down list. So in this drop down list, what you need to add here? So you can add the blank one, and you can add self, and you can add parent. Also, you can add top. Okay, let's change this one name. We call it drop down list target, maybe better, underscore or something like that. Let us submit it. So rather than we leave the user to write what he wants inside this one, no, just drop down list, he selected and we read it from there. It's, I would not say better, it's safe more for us. Okay, dokie. So we get our repeatable or nested data. So how I can call this data in this section, and I say to user, pick which one or add which one you want. So how we can do that one? I'm back with the also when they introduce this element type, they introduce something more with it, which is the I think call it block list. Block list. Yeah, this is the block list. So what is the block list? I will let's say I will configure this one to only work with the social media list I create, which I will pick it from what we have done here. So I said this list, you can add label for it, you can customize it, but I'm not adding anything for it here. I will change the name for it. I can say social media. Okay. I'll call it social media picker block list or just social media like this. So you can say how the minimum and the maximum. So I can leave it unlimited. So depend on what you need or what you are doing here. So you can say 1 or 100 or anything, so you can configure it. That's something nice too. So let's submit this one now, and let's submit it, and we give it name. We call this one social media vicar. Let's say here blog test, and we have the outer one, the parent for this one, social media vicar. That's nice, better. Let's save it. So let's see how that will looks if we try to call it from the content after we save this one. So after we save it, let's go back to the content. We should be able to see it somewhere. Yeah, it is here. So under the layout settings, so I will see something called add social media element. If I click on that now, they said to you straight away, which social media, say FB. So it should be a full URL here. The icon will pick it from font awesome. So let's go font awesome. Let's say we need Facebook, any icon. So we are doing everything's manual here, but we'll see in the next one how we can add it. So I don't need full link. I will take only the first part only. That's the brand. I take this one only here. I don't need the brand, and we should be able to add it here. And the target, as we said here, we can check blank or self or parent. Let's say self, and say create this one. And let's add one more. Let's call it Twitter. We need icon for Twitter. Mr. Twitter. I will say same. Give me the section only. And I will leave it here, and anything here. So let's save it. So now let's say we have done 99% of the job. What's happening here? Something says it's invalid. Do you remember what that is invalid? It's the URL, because we said you have to add URL here. So let me copy any URL for now. Okay, and the second one, I'll just leave it for now. After that, you can change it. Let's say save and publish. So see how is this easy. I think before in Umbraco 7 or 8, we used to build something called, I don't know, I can't remember it, nested something. It was harder than this. But with the media, with the element type, they make it easier and let's say softer for the developer to include this stuff. So now, after we finish this side, we need to go to the front end to render this stuff. So where we need to render this stuff now, let's go back to our code. So we said we need to remove all this data from here and make maybe for loop to render this li. How we can do that one? So let's first clean here. I don't need all this data. I think I pasted it, yeah. And this will be our loop here. So where we are going to call this data. So I don't need to create again new component. Will be component view component inside the view component. So let's call same data. We are already calling the home page here, and we are picking the data for the footer links. So here, rather than we create again new component, no, let's say we can extend this one, the footer view, to accept more than the footer links. I think before I was planning for that. I don't know if I have anything inside. Let's go in the definition here. Oh, nice. I wrote this one here, I think, long time. Say, I need to render list of footer links and list of media, social media links. So in the social media links, what we can add, let's create a new class again here, nested class with this one. Let's say class, we call it media. Let's call it social media. I don't know, social media. We can change the name after. So what we need here, we need Rob, let's say I need a string, something called first one. It was the, let's say, icon. That's fine. And again, I want something also string. It was social media URL. That's fantastic. And also, not the title, we need something called the target. Let's say all nullable here, but still, yeah, that's fine because social media it will be single one. And let's duplicate this master here. I think this one will be social media. The name will be social media. And this one, we don't need them here. Link. And we remove this one from here too. So now we have two lists. This one already fine. We have no issue with it. Now we need to fill the social media. How we can fill it? In the view component backend code. We can't, to be honest with you, copy same this one. Just duplicate it. So here we've been looking for something called social media. No, don't make it hard. Let's say here, let's do for each first. So inside this for each, let's look for something called home. And it could be, I think, yeah, it could be empty. Called social media. Because, oh no, not capital home. I'm pressing on instead. So homepage. Homepage to null, which call it social media. Do we have something called social media here? Social media picker, that's one. So we got the social media picker, and let's call it source. Yeah. Let's call item finish. Item. Okay. Inside this item, what we need to get now? We need to get the. So as I said here, we are working with something called block list. It's not similar to the previous one. Just we are calling the data straight away as a type of footer links or list of footer links. No, here it's different. So you have list of something called a block list model. So how I can convert the block list model to get only the content from it? How I can say I do like that. I just need to cast it, to be honest with you. Say var source here media element it will be, I need the item dot content. So this item content it need to be type of that field we create in the back office, which it is social media element. Yeah, this. So how we can call this one? It should no capital here. That's came along. So let's say which it is. Yeah, it's coming from the back office. Why it's complaining here? As should be like this. That's fine. So now we have the data. So now what's mean? Which data we have here? We have that mean we have the icon with the text with the target. So now here we can build easily. We can say we need to declare. So we have here the footer. That's the view. So what we send inside the view, we are sending footer link. It's great, going straight away. But here I need to send. Maybe you can do like this footer. View dot add Can we do this? Let me check. Is this the footer? No, it's not list here. No, it's a class. So this it's footer inside the. Let's check our class. So we have the footer. Inside the footer, we have the social media, and we initialize it. So straight away we can say view dot social media, which is our list. Dot add. So what we need to add inside this one? We need to add something called new social media, which it will be like this. So what we can add first thing, let's say the icon, which it is the our social media. It will be that icon. They get it straight away. I think we have to do it's string already, and you have the URL equal social media here URL, and last one target equal social media. Oh, what the heck is that? My keyboard is rubbish today. Let's remove the insert. That target. My target complaining. They said you have what we are saying. I think we have done something wrong with this one. So if we check the class, we need someone always to say to us, you are forgetting something. And let's save this one. And let's save. So now what we have done, to be honest with you, we've done everything in the back office side. So we read that we implement our back office. We check everything is fine there. We create the elements with the block list, and we read the data. Just the tricky part is this one. Just you need to know how to get the data from the social media element. After that, we convert it, and we get one by one. We insert it in the list. So that list inside the view footer view. So where's the footer view now? If I go to here, let's say we need for each. For each. So inside this for each, I will add my list, and here will be model dot be social medias. That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. But let's suppose there is no social. You can after that add something here, but let's focus on the main work. So let's say here we need add item. Inside that item, it will be could be null, could be null. That should be the URL. But why is this one here? Should be here. Also, we have the target we said we implemented here. Let's say what we need to say here. Sorry, yeah, publishing here. Let's add this one here and remove this one. We are adding something extra. And this one now. The target. So we add item target. That's nice. So here we come to the hard part here. Also, we said here we need to remove this one only because we are calling this part only. So I'll say add item dot icon. We should be fine like this. If we save it and run it. So here after we run the front end, and let's go down, and we can see now two icons. Let's make sure everything is working good. Let's back to the back office again. Let's go again to home page, and we try to add a new one. Let's say I want to add, so we need any URL. Let's say here we need, let's go, I don't know where it's font awesome, font awesome. Let's go icons. if I said any icon we can pick from font awesome, let's say YouTube, and let's pick any one of them. So also here, this one, you said we take only this part because you don't need to change anything, the brand or any type of them. Let's say this one, create, publish. If we back to the front end, let's say show me the stuff there. So here we are now. So how you see how it's easy and how nice to do this stuff, and how dynamic, let's say, for the end user when the administrator, when they come, just tick on the home page and add any social media, update it straight away without any effort or without any release, let's say. So in the next video, what we'll try to do. So rather we say to them, go to the font awesome and pick the icon or the code for it. We'll try to create something. We implement the iconic plugin. That will be in the next video. See you there.